All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, Legionnaires. Tonight, Garthon is with me. Say hello, Garthon.
Hello, everyone. Good to see everyone today.
All right. And today we're going to be watching and commentating and throwing out some trivia for those who are interested in the original 1968, Night of the Living Dead. Now, this is not copywritten in any way.
Nope.
But every year, some friggin' Chinese or Russian Yahoo,
Brazilian. Wasn't it
Brazilian Yahoo tries claiming certain sections of people talking or a score of music or whatever, and then bullshit. It's bullshit.
Everyone knows it. It's famously open.
Yes, it is. It is famously not copywritten at all. So can't get anything wrong with this. As a matter of fact, I might make a YouTube account and claim the whole thing and
do it,
not fight it, and just give it back to Schlo. I'll claim the whole thing first.
There you go.
There it is. But we are going to start. Is everyone's ready? There's a few people watching now. Go ahead and throw something in chat when you're ready to start. This is running off of my Plex server, as you can see. We have all the actors and possibly what else they were in. Let's see, Dwayne. He is the living... Route 66 and Night of the British Dead in 2022. What? Okay.
Is that a parody or something?
I don't know, but Ganja and Hess in 1988, Losing Ground in 1982, To Die For? Really? I didn't notice he was in. Okay, whatever. Night of the Day of the Dead, Night of the Day of the Dawn of the Son of the Bride of the Return of the Revenge. I'm not going to finish that.
Part 2.
That's funny.
That's got to be a comedy.
Yeah, it's comedy gold right there. These are all of his acting roles.
Which actor is this again?
This is the main character, Dwayne.
Oh, Dwayne Jones.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess he was like, you know what? Actors got to work.
There it is. Yeah, he was in 13 movies total. That's not bad.
No, not at all.
I'm okay with that.
I really like him in this film.
Yeah,
he's definitely solid.
It's a good deal. And I can't go back because I took away. These are all my movies. I got almost 700. I'm 2 away from 700 movies. But here we go. So we are ready to begin. You ready, Garthon?
I'm ready.
All right.
This movie is famously in public domain because the original distributor failed to replace the copyright notice when changing the film's name.
Yes.
Beautiful. Yes.
All right. Let's hit it. Criterion Collection. Beautiful.
Why not?
Is that Janus or Janus?
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Janus, the two-faced god.
Yeah. The MoMA.
Museum of Modern Art. You ever see Museum of Bad Art? That was a great website. Then it went all commercial.
No, I never saw that one.
Oh, it was awesome. And all these art the guy picked up from like secondhand stores. It's truly bad stuff people have done at craft classes and stuff.
Is that loud enough?
I can't hear anything.
People in chat, tell me if this is loud enough or you want me to turn it up somehow.
Turn it up. No one can hear anything.
All right. That's Max. Here we go. That's maximum.
Yeah, because we should definitely be hearing like the radio report right now.
Yes, Phil, this is public domain. And Sheriff says he can't hear the movie. All right.
That's what I said. No one can hear
nothing. Yeah. Okay, hang on. That's okay. Nothing has happened yet. I think I know what happened. Here, let me do that.
All right.
I'll represent.
None of us can hear the movie, Phil. And as we were discussing, the Night of the Living Dead famously was released in a public domain because the original distributor failed to replace the copyright notice when changing the film's name.
There we go. Now this should work.
There we go.
All right, now we can hear it.
The original
button for share sound.
Yeah, the original title was called "A Night of the Flesh Eaters." And honestly, that's really a bad name for a film. It's not as classy.
Nope. Man, look at those awful Pennsylvania roads.
I'm sure that road has been repaved at least 0.5 times since this film was made.
At least.
It just works.
Yep. Now, this car is borrowed from a local, and that'll become important later.
Yeah, they don't own that car.
No. And the difference in time, in real time, between this scene and the scene where it will become important is months. You know how movies, they jump around in their internal timeline depending on schedule?
We have to go back to reshoot.
Yeah, exactly.
They ought to make the day the time changes, the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh, you know that she can't. Is there any of that candy left?
No, she's got a couple of children to do
Look
it
at
for.
this thing. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looked like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're
They have a valid point.
right?
Back on? Oh. Ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen, we're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problems.
Pontiac, a car company.
That is actually a common trope, even to this day in the beginning of horror movies, where you get a hint that something is wrong, but some idiot, this one Johnny, turns it off or changes a channel or does whatever. Happens all the time. And Phil, you are right. He is a stylish guy. He had driving gloves, damn it. Driving gloves. He is the height of sophistication.
He strikes the sort of person who thinks he's a hit with the ladies, and really they're just using him for free drinks. That's him.
There's that. Hello, Walter. All right, let's get back to it.
If you're gonna drive 3 hours, you could at least bring some better flowers.
No, right?
Nothing wrong with the radio. Must have been the station.
Which row is it in?
Yeah, the reason the radio was out was because of the weird cosmic rays or meteorite or something they talk about later.
Yeah, it was a satellite radiation, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
In the time period, it's either the weird satellite radiation or it's the communists. Or both.
There's no one around.
Well, it's late. If you'd gotten up earlier.
Oh, look, I already lost an hour's sleep on the time change.
I think you complain just to hear yourself talk. There it is.
Yeah, it's in universe and no one knows. People knows the character though, right? At this point, which makes it very effective for horror.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder
The
what
communist
happened
plot,
to
of
the one
course.
from last year. Each year we spend good money on these things.
Either dog
The
doppelganger.
one from last year is
Wow.
gone.
Well, the flowers die, and
I'm not going to say no.
somebody
Yeah,
takes them
that's fair.
away.
All right, so when he the dog was a young man, he looked like that, but better looking. How's that?
Sell it next
There it
year.
is. I had better
I wonder how
glasses.
many times we bought the same
He
one.
did have better glasses.
He was just talking about how the cross and flowers from last year are always gone, and he has the conspiracy theory that the groundskeeper takes them all and resells them.
Hey, come on, Barb. Church was this morning, huh?
That guy's just a jerk. Like, why are you praying over someone dead?
Look, he's already getting ready to go, putting his magic gloves on.
You know, when I bought my first car, I considered buying driving gloves.
Hey, I mean, praying's for church, huh? Come on.
But considering my first car was a 67 Mustang without power steering, driving gloves actually were practical for that thing.
Fair enough.
Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out
No
here?
pocket protector.
It was
I wore a
right
pocket
over
protector
there.
with my whites in the
Jumped
military.
out at you
It was
from
awesome.
behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited, and he shook his fist at me. And
Damn
he
it,
said,
Fuller.
"Boy, you be them to hell." Remember that? Right over there. Well, you used to really be scared here.
She still is.
Johnny,
Hey, you're still afraid.
stop it now. I mean it.
Here it is. It's coming.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
There it
Great
is.
look, though. That's
I
beautiful.
know.
Ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
They might have hired that guy just for that line.
You're
It's
acting
beautiful.
like a
Yep.
child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
Sadly.
He'll hear you,
Here he comes now. I'm getting out of here.
Johnny.
Forcing herself to walk by this guy she's obviously afraid of.
Oh, no! Oh, Johnny! Help me!
Come on, Johnny. Do something right for once in your life. Wait, was that a wedding ring?
On the dead guy? Probably.
No, on the lady. On Barbara.
Oh!
Oh.
All right. Let's have a moment to say rest in peace to Johnny. While he was a
There's
prick.
murdering gloves.
Yeah, murdering glove. Yeah, he was a prick in life, but his last act was to selflessly try and save his sister, and he didn't think about it. He just reacted.
That's true.
This should be noted.
Yeah, that's true. He's not a completely bad person, but he really, and to be fair to him, if they had done what he wanted and just stayed home, he'd be alive.
Well, no, he wouldn't have died so quickly. This is supposedly worldwide, so
Rest in
Who
peace,
knows?
Bizarro Heathendog.
that's a good
All
one.
right, that's a good one.
And yes, it is a ring right here.
Yeah, it's not a wedding ring though, but it's on.
I
the
don't
left.
know. It looks like
It could be a wedding ring.
well, it's on the right finger. I mean,
yeah,
this
look
is
for like
America.
a class ring or something.
It shouldn't be on that finger though.
No, it shouldn't. I agree. Off-kilter camera is important to the film aesthetic. I agree. Mark's genre mixer. The lighting effects just don't work. He's not after brains though. He just wants to kill.
Yeah, he just wants to kill folks. In the original, they do eat flesh, not brains. They eat everything.
Go on, Barbara. Kick off your shoes and dance to the blues. Come on. Oh, who has the key? Oh, you're dead,
Oh,
bro.
Johnny's got the key.
She's smart enough to lock the doors. Give her that. At least the zombie remembers how to use a car door. McFall says he's never seen all this movie. Oh, I hope that
Well, they
changes.
invented one thing else.
He does try both sides. Give him credit.
Yeah, he's a really smart zombie. Oh,
He is.
oh, big brain move.
Big brain zombie, tool user. That's pretty smart too.
Yeah, they were on a hill, so there you go. They're looking behind you. We're gonna figure out why Johnny was driving in a minute.
I had a Pontiac. I liked it.
All right. This is where the car becomes important because there was a month's one or 2 months difference in time, real time, between when they drove up to the cemetery and this scene right here. And the reason they had to write this accident into the movie because the person who owned this car got into an accident in the interim between the first shot and this shot. So they had to write the accident into it, and this is it. I mean, this is obviously not scraping into a tree.
Right.
That's not the damage that we're looking at.
Right. But
So
because
they
they
had to
needed to
write
have
it.
a scene with her getting away in the car, they needed to have the car.
Yes. In the original, they actually had her running to the nearest farmhouse instead of using the car. But they decided to use the car because, now we can crash it and no one's going to care because it's already wrecked. It's great. Trotting around like that Pepe Le Pew guy.
The question is, was he buried? Did he dig his way out, or was he getting ready for burial?
He could have been getting ready because a lot of funeral homes are next to cemeteries. So perhaps he was taken to the funeral home and just, woke up off the table.
I like to think that he was in a hearse waiting for the ceremony, and he just got up and walked away.
Well, that would have freaked out a bunch of folks.
Whammon driving. Nice. She's still barefoot this whole time.
Yeah. She lost a while ago.
The dead don't get tired.
Nope. But they're not quick.
Quick enough. Good thing that door was open.
Not anymore. Good job.
Get away from the glass. Bad place to be.
Yep.
Where is that glass?
Don't put your back to it. All right.
That's why this movie is introduced to her, and then she spends most of the movie comatose.
That's true.
Which is a natural reaction. Check out that ancient refrigerator.
Oh, it's an actual icebox.
That is actually a refrigerator.
Really? I thought it would be an icebox. Put ice in the bottom.
Nope. That little radial thing up top is the heat exchanger.
Oh, that's the condenser and the whatever. Okay.
Yep, which is now under a fridge nowadays.
Right.
Rocks are not sophisticated. But it still bumps them up to tool user,
That's true.
That's smarter than a zombie is in most films.
Also true. Come on, man. You're in the country. Of course there's going to be trophies. Come on.
Yeah, look at that.
All right. Graveyard Bob looking for a way in. Never dry your
hate
clothes
laundry
in front of me.
day.
Ah,
Laundry day bad.
laundry bad.
Watch out, it's the trumpet score. Is that a bobcat pelt? I guess it is,
It's
yeah.
hard to tell.
Well, let's look at the tail. It's definitely a cat. Small tail, bobcat. It's the Diamondbacks team logo. Well, mascot. Now it's very dark all of a sudden.
Yeah. Well, it was 8 o'clock, and even though it was,
Yeah, Yeah,
towards
yeah, no,
summer.
it should be getting dark. It just seemed like it was a very sudden transition to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
But there are all of a sudden lots more night and day discrepancies throughout. Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
They're pretty minor, but they do happen. It's not like an Ed Wood film where he seems like he just didn't know what time was.
Or didn't care.
Yeah, or didn't care. Yowza.
Why are you going up?
Not a zombie.
There you go.
It's all right.
I didn't say it, Phil.
Don't worry about him. I can handle him. Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us.
Don't you have some trivia about his casting, Mr. Heathendog?
This compound here is locked.
Oh, I
Is
do.
there a key?
Now, hang on. Let's stop
We can
on
try
here.
to get out.
There you go. Now, Ben, which is this character, is played by. Oh my God! I completely blanked.
You were just saying his name.
I know. That's why I'm blanking, and it's upsetting me. Dwayne Jones. That's right.
Dwayne Jones, yes.
He is played by Dwayne Jones. Now, this originally was not written for a black man. It was written for a man. But when Dwayne came and he auditioned, it was so good they rewrote the character for him. And then when he started to read the script, he's like, "No, you have me written as a podunk truck driving moron, and I don't like that." And I understand why. You know, he's country bumpkin, but he's a former university professor in real life. So he was like,
yeah.
no, we need to rewrite this. So he actually helped rewrite the script to make Ben, you know, more intelligent and more capable looking. I mean, he was obviously capable,
Right.
but more capable seeming, I guess, is what they were looking for. And there is a point in here very soon where he smacks Barbara, like give her a little tune up, you know, like a little airplane, calm her down a little bit.
Little factory reset.
Yeah, factory reset. And he was worried that a black man hitting a white woman would be like riot inducing. And everyone was like, "Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everyone thinks women are worse than black people anyway." And they were right, because, you know, tuning up a woman back then in 1968 was like, meh, whatever. You know, it's true. It's the way it was. You know, if you look at any of the old movies, when a woman starts, you know, getting hysterical and panicking, there's a man around to reset her.
Well, even if a guy starts acting hysterical, they slap him around.
Oh yeah. The slapping around is the universal reset button for human beings.
That's one of the reasons General Patton got in trouble.
There you go.
Out if we can get some gas. Is there a key? I suppose you've tried this.
Don't assume that. I mean,
Not
it's
with
true
her.
this time, but don't assume she's done anything.
Do you live here?
She's gone bye-bye. Yeah, that man is handsome. I agree. To boy cheeks. Walter, I'm seeing the fact is back then open hand slaps to the face is actually the prescribed procedure for anyone in hysterics. That's pretty true.
I mean, think about it. Yeah, he's a black man. He's strong. He's athletic. He's 6'2". He's college educated. Former professor. He's a catch.
Maybe
He
better take
is.
some food. I'll see if I can find some food.
Is this cosmic horror? In a way,
It's, you know,
because
From
the
space.
undead are risen up from cosmic rays or something.
Yep. That's right. Oh, dripping down.
See, what'd you expect to happen?
I know, right?
This is what happened to Elder Being invades Earth, says Marhawk. Sure. I wouldn't trust her with a knife.
What's happening? What's happening?
Well, the OG zombies love their rocks.
I like things to be dark.
There are 2 of them out there. Have you seen any more around here? I can take care of those 2.
I don't
I know you're afraid, but we have
I
to.
don't know. I don't know.
They do eventually say what they think caused it. Bill.
Yeah, they have TV interrupt later on, and they talk a little bit about how it happened, just touching on it.
Boom.
Oh, that was a good hit.
He left the car on because he was trying to get inside as fast as possible.
Well, yeah, he pulled up and he saw a woman in the headlights covering her eyes and a zombie right next to her. So he decided to jump out of the car and save her rather than turn off the lights.
I don't
He
think
was
I don't
brave
think
rather than
battery.
smart.
I don't think his battery life is his number one concern right now.
Why was that door open?
Because he left it unlocked to club those 2. He remember kept asking, "Are there only 2? Are there only 2?"
Right.
So he didn't know about the third one. Barbara didn't see that. That's right. And Barbara is still in La La Land.
Oh, that was a fab. That was beautiful.
That was a good one.
Right in the brain. Love it.
And just so you know, all the blood in this film is not blood. It's actually Bosco chocolate syrup.
Yep. Everything you see a zombie eat is ham covered in Bosco chocolate syrup, which was gross.
But edible.
And soon there will be some brief nudity. Very brief.
Yeah,
but
though.
it's there.
Yeah. Well, she shows up a couple times though.
Yeah, but you don't see
Oh,
anything.
we're
The
in
last,
now.
it's either her legs or her torso or whatever from the back. Why are his eyes still moving?
Don't look at it.
Uh-oh. Oh, now they all know where to go. Good job.
Yeah, they were going there anyway.
Oh. Hang on. Elle says nothing we were saying came through. Okay, here's the deal. Everything you see a zombie eat, all the blood you see in this whole thing, all the blood is Bosco chocolate syrup. That's the name brand. I don't think it exists anymore. I think it was bought by Nestle. But in 1968, it was Bosco chocolate syrup, and all of the flesh is made out of ham, cooked ham, obviously, but ham. And soon there is going to be some brief nudity, so get ready for it. I'm not going to rewind it because that's a little weird, but
We're
brief nudity.
classy here. We're classy.
A little bit classy.
Just
Zombies are attracted to noise and light. Mostly noise, but light as well.
they're like moths. Very dangerous, toothy moths.
And they are afraid of fire.
Unlike moths. We're gonna stream Metropolis next. I'd be down for that. I've never seen Metropolis.
I saw it once when I was a teenager.
Fritz Lang, I know that. Don't worry, zombies can't overpower a little end table. What even is that?
A small kitchen island table, maybe? I don't know.
Get some more light on in this house.
That's not the answer, Ben.
Well, they're afraid of light.
Yeah, but they want to. Every time they see a light, they want
They
to
want to
destroy it.
destroy it. Yeah, that's fair.
Exactly, which means they want to get inside better. You know, like, let's wait it.
He's a practical thinker. She's just out of it.
Yeah, she's in a fugue state right now.
Watched her brother die. Someone tried to attack her.
Lifting tea bags.
Nails are good.
Why don't you
That's
see
a
if you can find some
pin
wood?
for a door hinge. That's good.
Something we can nail this place up.
At least at this point, she still follows instruction. Well, trying to.
Look, I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too.
Pepperoni and pineapple pizza is yum. I agree, Walter. I like pepperoni and pineapple.
I'm going to board up the windows and the doors. Do you understand? We'll be all right here. We'll be all right
This
here.
is less fun than Trish continues. That's right, Albert. Not a retro.
Now I want you to go in and get some wood. So
What check did she fail?
Oh, she failed all the checks.
Okay.
Well, if it was D&D 5th edition, she failed a charisma and or wisdom check.
Call of Cthulhu, she failed a sanity check to the point where now she has a
yes.
temporary disorder.
Yeah. In 2nd edition, she failed petrification polymorph. Or rod staffs wands.
There you go.
I miss those old categories. What's weird is they actually kind of make sense if you start analyzing why they are the way they are.
Sure.
They're
Okay,
still weird.
technically that's made out of wood, but that's not helpful.
And Riff, she rolled a crazy.
Yeah. Well, there is an insanity table in Riffs as well, and I'm sure Fugue State is one of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
She's just... Go ahead.
Yeah, she is gone. She's
gone.
in La La Land. But just for everyone's, edification, not edification, but benefit, using internal doors as barricades is a stupid idea nowadays. Because nowadays all internal doors are hollow.
Yep.
Well, most internal doors are hollow.
Cardboard.
Yeah, they're basically nothing. They're not supposed to be, they're not supposed to barricade you in a certain room of your house. The only ones that are supposed to keep people out are the outside doors, right? So the inside door is no good. But in 1968, all doors were just doors.
They were wood.
They were wood, solid all the way through, so they are good barricades. So if you get yourself in a situation like this, do not use internal doors. Break apart tables and chairs and use that instead. Or ironing boards. That works too.
Yeah. If there's a back in the days where they were solid. Well, even the modern ones are like usually a sheet of metal. Something.
Yeah, that's going to be very helpful. Good job, Barbara.
Right now she's oh my gosh, Rick Moranis' character in Ghostbusters. She's just totally out of it, just handing things people.
Yep.
Look, I brought tiny wood. She's holding a door. See,
Yeah, she's
Not-
helping.
not 100% useless.
No, it's like a 10-year-old holding the flashlight. You know, it's not super helpful, but you got to do it anyway because your wife says so.
Yeah.
But someone said use the stove, and someone else said it was gas. They were oil. It wasn't gas. They were oil. It was definitely not natural gas or gas through a line because this is rural Pennsylvania in 1968. But it very
Probably a
well
wood
could be
stove.
from a propane tank outside.
It could be a wood stove, yeah, or a propane tank outside.
Exactly. So if you tear it out from the wall and you're not careful, you could just unleash a stream of propane inside, and then you're in a Hindenburg house.
Yeah, this room looks pretty secure. If we have to, we can run in here and board up the doors. Won't be long for those things be back pounding their way in here. They're afraid now.
Now that is a nice
They're afraid of
oak
fire.
table.
I found that out.
This is a nice table.
Yeah, I grew up with a table like that in my home. Real solid.
You nailed it into the glass panes. Well, the panes actually are solid wood.
Beekman's Diner.
I remember those old radiators. I remember being a kid putting my mittens on them to warm them up at school.
Anyhow, that's where I found that truck I have out there. There's a radio on the truck.
All right, now that right there is what we call symbolism.
With a big gasoline
The
truck.
lace she's holding is reminiscent of a funeral veil.
It must have been
10.
10.
So it's actually
15
hinting at her
those things.
future
Anything
death,
after.
or her mind focused on it.
Grabbing and
That's why
holding
she's
up.
clutching it.
See, right now he's telling the story of his first
I didn't see
encounter
that
with
at
zombies.
first. I could just see that the truck was moving in a funny way. Those things were catching up to it. Truck went right across the road. Slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself. It went right through the guardrail. I guess the driver must have cut off the road into that gas station by Beekman's Diner. It went right through the billboard, ripped over a gas pump, and never stopped moving. By now, it was like a moving bonfire. Didn't know if the truck was going to explode or what. Still hear the man screaming.
Damn.
This thing is just backing away from it. I looked back at the diner to see if there was anyone there who could help me. It was when I noticed that the entire place had been encircled. Wasn't a sign of life left except by now there were no more screams. I realized that I was alone with 50 or 60 of those things, just standing there, staring at me. I started to drive. I just plowed right through them. They didn't move. They didn't run or just stood there staring at me. Just wanted to crush them. They scattered through the air like bugs.
We were riding in the cemetery. Johnny and me. Johnny.
Uh-oh. She made a mental connection.
We came to put a wreath on my father's grave. Johnny and he said, "Can I have some candy, Barbara?" And we didn't have any. And oh, it's hot in here. Hot.
Take it off. No, wait, no. Keep it on.
And he said, "Oh, it's late. Why did we start so late?" And I said, "Johnny, if you'd gotten up earlier, we wouldn't be late." Johnny asked me if I were afraid. And I said, "I'm not afraid, Johnny." And then this man started walking up the road. He came slowly, and Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's coming to get you, Barbara." And I laughed at him and said, "Johnny, stop it." And then Johnny ran away. And I went up to this man, and I was going to apologize.
Why don't you just keep calm?
And I looked up.
Hey, come on, Ben. We listened to your story. You listen to her story. You got to be fair. Don't be a dick about this.
That is an incredibly fair point. She's actually talking. Give her credit.
Exactly. You know, she wasn't talking a second ago or just screaming or whatever. Now she's telling her story of the first zombie experience. You told yours. It's fair. Shut your hole and listen.
And I said, "Goody." And he grabbed me. He grabbed me. And he ripped at me. He held me and he ripped at my clothes.
I think you should just calm down.
To be fair, he was a lot calmer telling his story.
Johnny!
Yeah. Well,
Johnny, help
she got
me.
weird right now.
Oh,
But...
help me. And he wouldn't let me go. He ripped. And then Johnny came and he ran. He fought this man. And I got so afraid. I ran. And Johnny didn't come. We have to wait for Johnny.
Johnny's not coming, hon.
Yeah,
well,
Johnny's done.
Well, he is,
go
but
out and get him. We have to go out and get Johnny. He's out there. Please, don't you hear me?
Yours is 68, as everybody's telling me.
Please, we have got to go get Johnny.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Please help me. Please.
Don't you know what's going on out there? This is no Sunday school picnic.
Don't you understand? My brother is alone.
Your brother is dead.
No.
Thanks, Sun Guard the Strawberry.
Not dead.
Okay, time for some popping right now.
Recalibration time. Bam. See, recalibrated her brain.
She's gone a little cuckoo. Just take a little nap right here.
Okay. It's getting weird now.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because
you'll say the black guy makes it to the end of the movie.
This
He makes it to almost
on
the end.
Night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins. The murders are taking place in villages, cities, rural homes, and suburbs with no apparent pattern or reason for the slayings. It seems to be a sudden, general explosion of mass homicide. We have some descriptions of the assassins. Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary-looking people. Some say they appear to be in a kind of trance. Others describe them as being...
Now remember, this is 68. Zombie was not a popular word in the vernacular.
So, at this point, there is no really authentic way for us to say who or what to look for and guard yourself against. Misshapen monsters. Reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour. So far, we have been unable to determine that any kind of organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff's deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally deluged with calls for help. The scene can best be described as mayhem. Mayors of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Miami, along with the governors of several eastern and midwestern states, have indicated the National Guard may
Oh, so it's nationwide.
any moment, but that has not happened as yet. The only advice our reporters have been able to get from official sources is for private citizens to stay in their homes behind locked doors. Do not venture outside for any reason until the nature of this crisis has been determined and until we can advise what course of action to take. Keep listening to radio and TV for any special instructions as this crisis develops further. Thousands of office and factory workers are being urged to stay at their places of employment, not to make any attempt to get to their homes. However, in spite of this urging and warning, streets and highways are packed with frantic people trying to reach their families or apparently to flee just anywhere. We repeat, the safest course of action at this time is simply to stay where you
Get off the porch, Ben. Good job. Of course, it's really close to those wooden stairs, which is connected to the porch, which is connected to the house. That's not great.
No, it's not a good plan.
Oh,
There's
and if
a-
anyone was worried about the house was abandoned. They bought it from the owner for a song, and they rebuilt it just so they could wreck it in the movie.
Well, that's
Oh,
convenient.
speaking of the movie, this was made for $114,000 in 1968 money. If you inflated that to 2023 money, that'd be just around $1 million. But it made the equivalent of current day money of $250 million. So for $1 million, it had a 263 times or 250 times its budget it made back. That is a healthy bottom line.
That's a good movie right there.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, we've just received word that the president has called a meeting of his cabinet to deal with the sudden epidemic of murder which has seized the eastern third of this nation. The meeting is scheduled to convene within the hour. Members of the presidential cabinet will be joined by officials of the FBI and joint chiefs behind closed doors. The White House spokesman.
Oh man, no. L makes a pretty good point. I haven't seen any black zombies. Now, I think because I'm pragmatic, I think the reason for that is because they're coming from utter darkness into light, and white zombies show up better.
I think it's just the area they're in.
And very well, because they're about 2 or 3 hours outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So most of the people out there are going to be white, and they drew all of the extras from the local populace. So it could be just a necessity thing, or it could have been a decision because black zombies are not going to show up at night. That could be it. I don't know.
Or maybe just the black people are immune to whatever strange radiation turned people into zombies.
That, you know what? I'm going to say that's it. No one can
Very
say otherwise.
possible. That's right.
Announcing this conference says there will be an official announcement as soon as possible following that meeting. This is the
You
latest.
can backseat all the movies. It's all right.
Newsroom. Latest word also from National Press Services in Washington, D.C. now tells us that the emergency presidential conference, which we've just mentioned, will include high-ranking scientists from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
Foreshadowing.
All radio and TV stations across the country, including the one to which you were listening, have joined their facilities in an emergency network to bring you this news as it develops. We urge you to stay tuned to radio and TV and to stay indoors at all costs. Late reports reaching this newsroom tell of frightened people seeking refuge in churches, schools, and government buildings, demanding shelter.
Cameron's wrong with the stream is AA or MA, but I don't see the mark for that.
Engulfing much of the
Are we
nation.
all audience or mature audience, Mr. Heathendog?
I thought the mature audience thing was by default. If you've already agreed to it at one time, you don't see it again. as long as you're logged in.
Captain, North Carolina, was quoted as saying, quote, "Tell the people, for God's sake, to get off the streets. Tell them to go home and lock their doors and windows up tight. We don't know what kind of murder."
You deserve a smoke right now.
That's right. Smoke if you got them.
Is Chief Dunmore of Camden, North Carolina. So far, the only descriptions, the only clues anyone has of the killers come from frightened witnesses of some of the slain. These eyewitness accounts variously describe the murderers.
Like you tell the movies from the 60s, everyone is smoking.
People who look like they're in a trance and things that look like people. But
Oh, look, shoes.
Smoking is still very prevalent in rural areas.
That's true.
This whole ghastly story began developing 2 days ago with a report of the slaying of a family of 7.
Hey, force multiplier. I love it.
Reports of such senseless killings began snowballing in a reign of terror which has hopscotched in an erratic, disconnected manner throughout much of the eastern and midwestern United States. Efforts to keep track of the murder reports by the placing of markers on a map seem to indicate a general spreading from the extreme southeastern United States to the north and west. Our newsmen have been on the telephone talking with officials in other cities and have determined that none of this kind of mass murder
Smart man looking for ammo.
Yep.
except in the extreme southeastern portion of Texas. Similar killings have been reported around the Houston and Galveston areas, but nothing like.
I found the gun and some bullets out there.
Don't give it to her.
No.
Yesterday,
Oh, and
when
these.
it became clear we were facing some kind of national emergency. When first reports began filtering in, newsmen and law enforcement agencies were of the opinion
This place is boarded up pretty solid now.
in nature.
Well, except for that window right
We're gonna
behind
be
you.
all right here
Whatever.
for a while.
Yeah, you know. They haven't figured out that side of the house yet.
Bullets,
Ah.
food, and the radio.
Began to suspect an obscure kind of conspiracy.
Sooner or later, someone's bound to come and get us out.
Creatures from outer space. So again, we join with law enforcement agencies, urging you to seek shelter in a building. Lock the doors and windows securely.
Hey, that's us. We're doing all right.
Cautious of any suspicious strangers, and keep tuned to your radio and television for
You're talking to a wall, Ben.
and further details.
He's trying.
Story.
Look, I don't know if you're hearing me,
Goes on in the
She's not.
but I'm going upstairs now.
It's almost as though some critical balance of
If anything should try to break in here, I can hear it from up there. I'll be down to take care of it.
savage killers. We repeat, this radio station.
Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right for now, okay? Okay.
Civil defense officials in Cumberland have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers.
Throw it out a window, Ben. Don't open the door again.
You don't want to keep that around. Someone ate her face.
I have a feeling in the next few weeks, a lot of people are going to be identified by dental records.
As though they were in a kind of trance, were killing and eating their victims, prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the victims. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill. And so this incredible story becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening, but these are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you, reports which have been verified as completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from
Stab
this
him.
wave of
Stab
madness.
Hold it! Don't shoot! We're from town. A radio.
County, Pennsylvania.
Oh, he's smart.
It's verified
Yeah.
that reports of murder victims being partially eaten by their slayers is true. No further details available at this time. However,
How long you guys been down there? I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making up here?
How are we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know somebody ever needed help.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there.
We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help.
Well, if there were more.
The racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
Now, wait a minute. You just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, why don't we settle this?
Look, mister, we came up. Okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
They can't get in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. All but a few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood?
His wife and kids downstairs. The kids hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we could fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy. You know that? You got 1,000,000 windows up here. All these windows, you're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men can do that.
That's my point.
That's right.
There's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect. Tom and I fixed it so it locks and boards from the inside. But up here, all these windows, why, we'd never know where they were going to hit us next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, there'd be no back exit. We'd be done for. We can get out of here if we have to. And we got windows to see what's going on.
Yeah, there's no way out of a cellar.
But
Also,
Yeah,
you have no
exactly.
idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, Phil, yeah, that's the thing. When you back yourself into a corner as your primary plan, it's a bad plan. You know, I mean, if the zombies breach one side of the house, you can get out the other side of the house and then run, because we all know they can't run. And you have a cellar to retreat to if the house is being overrun on all sides. That's something. You don't start off with your back to the sea. You screw up and end up being there, but you don't start off that way.
with no windows. If a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it.
But the cellar is the strongest place.
The cellar is a death trap.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper. I think he's right. You know how many's out there?
I don't know. Maybe 6 or 7.
Look, you two can do whatever you like. I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide. Because I'm going to board up that door, and I'm not going to unlock it again no matter what happens.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision, now you make yours.
Now, wait a minute. Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we do decide to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
If you box yourself in the cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you have a fighting chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. And L says also a cellar can collapse raining zombies. Normally, I would say yes. You know, because if 50, 70, whatever zombies get into a single area in that house with a new construction, it could collapse. But this is in 1968, and that farmhouse is probably at least 50 years old. So we're looking at 1910, 1920 construction. 2x4s in the 1910s to 1920s were actual 2x4s. 1x6s were actual 1x6s. They're very strong. I don't see that as collapsing.
looks like about 8 or 10 out there now.
There's more than there were. There are a lot out back, too.
Oh, look at that. Warren's job is not great.
Lying in wait. Oh, no. No.
My hell.
I'll never play piano again.
Doctor, will I ever play the piano? Sure. Well, I couldn't before. There you go. Come on. In the head, in the head. They don't play by
come on.
normal
He hasn't
rules.
figured it out yet.
It's all right.
My favorite shirt.
There we go. There it is.
See it?
Yeah, that's why it's not on YouTube. Oh, look.
No, leave
It's
the
a
bug
bug.
alone. Leave the bug. Oh, that was a bug.
We gotta
Don't do
fix
that.
these boards.
You're crazy. Those things are going to be at every window and door in this place. We've got to get down into the cellar.
Go down in your damn cellar. Get out of here!
I'm taking the girl with me.
You leave her here. Keep your hands off her. And everything else that's up here, too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down the cellar, get.
The man's insane. He's insane. We've got to have food down there. We've got a right.
This is your house.
We've got a right.
You going down there with him?
Well,
Yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
Listen, I got a kid down there. She can't possibly. I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all
That's
the
a good
racket,
line.
those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you.
There you go.
It's tough for a kid. That old man is so stupid.
Oh, burn.
Oh,
In the cellar. You can be the
Accurate
boss.
burn.
I'm boss up here.
You bastards. You know, I won't open this door again. I mean it.
that's
Mr.
good.
Cooper, with your help, we could.
With my help.
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Wait a minute. Judy, come on up here, honey.
You're gonna let them get hurt too, huh? All right. Okay.
If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good.
He keeps trying.
Places we can run to up here. Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot better.
Oh, the what's his name's girlfriend? The woman sitting next to Barbara.
Barbara. Yeah.
Yeah, her name is in the show. Her name is Judy, and she was not in the story at all. But she came to audition for Barbara, and they liked her so much that actually the quote is she was so pretty. They actually wrote on the fly, day by day, all of her lines so she could stay in the movie.
Off. All three of us were working together.
Hey. Hey, kid. He's wrong, you know. I'm not boxing myself in down there.
On the air day and night.
Well, we're safe now. It's boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there, let them. There are 2 other people upstairs, a man and a girl.
We heard the screaming.
Yeah, but I didn't know who they were, and I wasn't about to take any unnecessary chances.
Of course not, Harry.
Is she all right?
I don't know what it is. She feels warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in a basket. I tore a sheet.
Let them stay upstairs. Let them. Too many ways those monsters can get in up there. We'll see who's right. We'll see when they come begging me to let them in down here.
That's important, isn't it?
What?
To be right, everybody else to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Does anyone up there know why we're being attacked?
Whatever it isn't just happening here. It's some kind of mass murder. It's going on everywhere. The radio said to stay inside.
Radio?
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing.
What did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. They don't know anything yet. There's mass murder everywhere, and people are supposed to look for a safe place to hide.
Take the boards off that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, well, they'll send people for us so they tell us what to do. How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in this dungeon? We may not enjoy living together, but dying together isn't going to solve anything.
Dang.
Those people aren't our enemies.
That woman's hard.
I know, right? Apparently, she's had years of his shit, and she's done.
Yep.
Let's go up. Tom? Yeah. If Judy would come downstairs for a few minutes, Harry and I could come upstairs.
We don't want you upstairs. You're jerks.
Well, she's jerk adjacent.
Yeah, she's just married to the jerk. She's all right.
Done with them.
She's actually one of the smartest people there.
Do this for me.
Okay, open up.
That is not a very sturdy door.
Nope.
I'll take good care.
See that wound on that kid's arm? That's a warning.
She's all I have.
Is probably the blonde in the dress and Judy the denim jacket? Yes. Yes, Bilbo.
Yes.
And Barbara's gone bye-bye.
Yeah. Her brain's checked out permanent. Yep. See?
Yep.
Her brother was killed.
Hey, give me a hand with this thing.
I gotta go help Ben with the television.
I like how she was fiddling with her ring, taking it off, putting it back on, taking it off.
Yeah. Little character development. Smokes. Everyone smokes. Yep.
Don't be afraid of me. I'm Helen Cooper, Harry's wife.
This place is ridiculous. Look, Look at this.
Okay.
million
Thanks
weak
a lot,
spots
buddy.
up here. Give me one of those.
You just threw one on the ground, you little bit.
Yeah. Yep.
Her brother was killed.
Yeah, so what?
And they talk about these windows. I can't see a damn thing. There could be 15 million of those things out there. That's how much good these windows are.
Why don't you do something to help somebody?
Here I have it. Drag a couple of those chairs together.
There's a socket over here. You better watch this and try to understand what's going on.
Why are you bugging her?
Everyone's life on my hands.
Is there anything I can do?
I don't want to hear any more from you, mister. If you stay up here, you take orders from me. And that includes
Yeah.
me. Oh,
It's on.
Yeah.
It's on. There's no sound. Play with the rabbit ears.
Reports, incredible as they seem, are not the results of mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. What do they think? We're imagining all this?
Shut up! In all parts of the country. The wave of murder which is sweeping the eastern third of the nation is being committed by creatures who feast upon the flesh of their victims. First eyewitness accounts of this grisly development came from people who were understandably frightened and almost incoherent. Officials and newsmen at first discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted. And medical examinations of some of the victims bore out the fact that they had been partially devoured.
Yeesh.
I think we have some late word just arriving, and I'll interrupt to bring this to you. This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. A widespread investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims. It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact. When this emergency first began, radio and television was advising people to stay inside, behind locked doors for safety. Well, that situation has now changed. We're able to report a definite course of action for you. Civil defense machinery has been organized to provide rescue stations with food, shelter, medical treatment, and protection by armed National Guardsmen. Stay tuned to the broadcasting stations in your local area for this list of rescue stations. This list will be repeated throughout our news coverage. Look for the name of the rescue station nearest you and make your way to that location as soon as possible.
So we have that truck. If we can get some gas, we can get out of here.
There's a pump out by the shed.
I know, that's why I pulled in here, but it's locked.
Emergency meeting called this afternoon by the president. Since convening this conference of the presidential cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the CIA has not produced any public information. Why are space experts being consulted about an earthbound emergency? So far, all the betting on the answer to that question centers on the recent Explorer satellite shot to Venus. That satellite, you'll recall, started back to Earth, but never got here. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA when scientists discovered it was carrying a mysterious high-level radiation with it. Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murders we're now suffering?
I'm gonna go, yeah.
Don Quinn in Washington has posed those questions.
It's obvious our best move is to try to get out of here.
How are you going to get over to that pump?
Look.
You're coming from a meeting regarding the explosion of the Venus probe, is that right?
Yes, that was the subject of the meeting.
You feel there is a connection between this and the phenomenon?
There's a definite connection.
In other words, you feel that the radiation on the Venus probe is enough to cause these mutations?
There was a very high degree of radiation.
Well, just a minute. I'm not sure that that's certain at all. I don't think that has been
logical
irrefutably
explanation that
proved.
we have at this time.
In other words, it is the military's viewpoint that the radiation is not the cause of the mutation.
I can't speak for the entire military at this time, gentlemen.
Seems to
I
be,
must disagree with these gentlemen presently until this is irrefutably proved.
everything is being done that can be done.
We'll have to hurry for our next meeting.
Professor, you feel that there is a definite connection between them.
Definite connection as far as Dr. Keller and myself.
Doctor, please. I thought we decided that is not proved yet.
Was the satellite when the satellite was exploded?
An unusual amount of radiation, enough to cause mutation under certain circumstances.
Could have happened.
Have a bearing on it.
It does seem to have a bearing.
Will there be a reply for this further?
Later.
Yes.
There will be a reply.
Yes.
Later this afternoon. There will be a report this afternoon.
Well, perhaps there will
Yes,
be a report,
yes.
a more
Later.
full report. Will you close the window?
We are doing everything possible to solve the problem.
He said the 3-star general
Further explanation of this.
said that I can't speak for the entire military. Dude, you're the military representative there. That's your job.
You are the military.
You are the military. There's only one rank above you, and then the commander of the Joint Chiefs, and then the president. That's it. That's it. Say something. Don't be a dick.
We've heard all we need to know. We have to try to get out of here.
He said the rescue stations have doctors and medical supplies. If we could get Karen there, we could get help for her.
Well, is one of the world's foremost authorities on space science and technology.
Willard. I saw a sign that said Willard.
It's only about 17 miles from here.
You know this area. You from around here?
Judy and I are both from around here. We were on our way up to the lake to go swimming, and Judy had a radio, and we heard the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was here, and we came in and found the lady upstairs dead. Then these other people came. We went down into the basement and put a bar across the door, and it is pretty strong.
How could we possibly get away from here? We've got a sick child, 2 women, 1 woman out of her head, 3 men, and the place is surrounded with these things.
Dr. Grimes, your entire staff, I know, has been working very hard to find some solution to these things that are happening. Do you have any answers at this time?
Yes, we have some answers. But first, let me stress the importance of seeking medical attention for anyone who's been injured in any way. We don't know yet what complications might result from such injury.
How bad has your kid been hurt?
Good advice, Doctor. Now, how about the basic complications? Well,
Look, you go down there and tell Judy. Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here and you stay with the kid, all right?
In the cold room at the university, we had a cadaver from which all 4 limbs had been amputated. Sometime early this morning, it opened its eyes and began to move its trunk. It was dead, but it opened its eyes and tried to move.
They want you upstairs. Did she ask for me? I don't understand. Baby. It's Mommy.
I heard. I'll come back down as soon as I find out what they want.
And I'm starting to feel a little peckish.
The body should be disposed of at once, preferably by cremation.
Well, how long after death, then, does the body become reactivated?
It's only a matter of minutes.
Minutes? Well, that doesn't give people time to make any arrangements.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't give them time to make funeral arrangements. The bodies must be carried to the street and burned. They must be burned immediately. Soak them with gasoline and burn them. The bereaved will have to forego the dubious comforts that a funeral service will give. They're just...
All right. See, this right here, especially in 1960s America, taking your loved one's body out in the street, burning it is hard enough. But when the guy telling you to do it basically tells you if you have any emotions about it, you're a pussy, then no one's going to do that.
Yep, pretty much.
Just dead flesh and dangerous.
I see.
I need you to find some bedspreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay? Is there a fruit cellar here?
Yes.
We need some bottles or jars. Make Molotov cocktails and hold them out while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene down there.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll look for the bottles.
There's a big key ring down there. There may be a key to the gas pump on it.
I'll check.
We can toss the cocktails from a window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to get the gas and come back for the rest of the people.
But that'll leave the door open someplace.
Yeah, that's right. It better be this door. It's closer to the truck. Before we go out, we'll put some supplies behind the cellar door. While we're gone, the rest of you can hold up in there.
I found some fruit jars in the cellar. And there's a key on here that's labeled for the gas pump out back.
I'm not really that used to the truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
Yeah, that.
You're it then. You and I'll go.
Yeah, that's what he says.
We'll put whatever lumber we find behind the cellar door. You can go
Well,
upstairs.
the one the forest was dead for days. She started to turn, but something ate her face. So, L.
Yeah, she was eaten up pretty bad. I mean, all the zombies outside are relatively fresh. It's possible that, you know, either the zombies decided, oh, I'm just going to keep chomping and hit the brainstem, or when the zombies actually killed her, they accidentally bashed her head in, and that would stop her from reanimating. So there's a lot of reasons why someone won't reanimate, but the whole fire thing is just a catch-all for the general populace. Hey, this is the safest bet, right? This is it. I mean, sure, you could, well, they probably don't know it yet, but you could bash their brains in and stop them. But how much more difficult is it to bash in your loved one brain than to take them out in the street and burn them? I think it's harder to bash someone's brain in that you cared about. I think it's harder.
Yep.
You and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it up because we'll have to get back in quickly. After we get the gas and get back into the house, then we'll worry about getting everybody into the truck. Now let's move it.
No place to flee safely, except for the rescue station, which has been set up. Indications are that before this emergency is over,
You can see Mr. Cooper's brain working, and that's never a good thing.
That's true.
You always have a smile for me. How can you smile like that all the time? How many do you have done? Come on, honey, we gotta move.
Tom, are you sure about the phone?
The phone is dead out. All you get is a recorded message.
If I could only call the folks. They're going to be so worried about us.
Oh, no, they're not.
Everything will be all right.
They're worried about
As soon as we
themselves.
get to Willard, we'll call them. They might even be there.
They might even be alive right now.
Tom, are you sure we're doing the right thing, Tom?
What, about getting out of here?
Yeah.
Well, the television said that's the right thing to do. We've got to get to a rescue station.
I don't know.
Come on, honey, you're starting to sound like Mr. Cooper now.
Why do you have to go out there?
Look, I know how to handle that truck, and I can handle the pump. Ben doesn't know anything about that stuff.
But we're safe in here.
For how long, honey? We're safe now. But there's going to be more and more of those things.
I know all that.
Hey, listen. Remember when we had the big flood? Remember how difficult it was for us to convince you that it was right to leave? Remember we had to go to Willard then? This isn't a passing thing, honey. It's not like just a wind passing through. We've got to do something, and fast.
I just don't want you to go out there, that's all.
Hey, Smiley. Where's that big smile for me? Boy, you're sure no use at all, are you? We've got work to do, honey. And you.
We better get her downstairs.
We have to go downstairs now, Barbara.
She's right. You have to go downstairs now, just for a little while until we get back. Then we can all leave.
Oh, I'd like to leave. Yes.
Yes, leave good.
Leave good, stay bad.
Yeah, they didn't give her character good utility, Bilbo. I agree.
Well, they were writing it, day by day for her. So,
Yeah.
They were all enthused and pumped and get it. That is not the look of a guy who thinks he's going to live.
Nope.
Yeah, he's a prick who would light himself on fire with these things.
I don't think I'd trust him with that.
Well, I wouldn't trust him out there with me more.
You ready upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay, toss him.
Okay, not around the car. That'd be great. I got to get in that thing now.
Go ahead, go on.
Wait, you think you're going to embarrass him to death? No, it's not going to work out.
Did she really need to go?
I'm going with
Oh, no. Don't let her out there, Scoop. Ah, you son of a... Yeah, she realized she made a dumb mistake, and now it's too late.
Yep.
Get in the truck, man.
Come on, it's boomstick time. Come on.
Oh, no, isn't that the OG guy? Isn't that
Yeah, that's the
second grade
OG guy. He should be on
dude?
fire.
Oh, no. I guess he didn't make it to the end of the movie. Oh, that's too bad.
I think he does.
He's got another freaking plan in his head, probably.
Come on. This key won't work. Watch it.
Mythbusters says that's bullshit.
What's the torch?
Says what is?
Shooting a lock
Oh.
with a normal gun. You need a shotgun slug to actually do it.
I like how they weren't bright enough to park closer to the gas canister, the tank. Like, oh, we can't reach now.
Hang on. Tom, turn your crazy, get out of the truck.
Well, someone just made a horrible mistake.
Then use this to your advantage. You have a flamethrower.
It's true.
Come on, come
You can at least run it into some zombies.
My jacket's caught. Oh, no, there you go.
Well, that's that.
Ah, young love.
Well, they wanted a hot night out.
Yeah, and they were probably gonna make babies at the lake. Now they didn't get to do that.
I'd be lighting some zombies on fire.
Yeah. I would have soaked that entire area, and then when I ran out of the circle, thrown the torch back, burned them all, and then blew them up.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's not like you
thinking.
need the gas anymore. Truck's gone.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a fight coming. Ooh, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Keep punching him. That guy's a dick.
Keep hitting them. Don't stop.
Not the best fight choreography, but it works. He really did deserve it, though.
I'd drag you out there and feed you those things.
Tony, Mr. Cooper, you might catch the dog.
It's cooked ham now.
Much nicer. Ew, it's gross. That doesn't
Remember,
look
this
good.
is all chocolate covered ham. Yep. Well, that plan went up to shit.
It was the thought that counts.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't it 3 o'clock yet?
I don't know.
There's supposed to be another broadcast at 3 o'clock.
10 minutes.
Oh, only 10 more minutes? We don't have very long to wait. We can leave. Well, we better leave soon. It's 10 minutes to 3.
You know anything about this area at all? I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
I don't know. We were just trying to get to a motel before dark.
You said those things turned your car over. You think we can get it back on its wheels and drive it? Where is it?
Seems like it was pretty far away. Seems like we ran.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You're gonna carry that child a mile through that army of things out there?
No, you are stupid. It's your daughter.
What's wrong with her? How'd she get hurt?
One of those things grabbed her.
Bit her on the arm.
He's like, well, gotta shoot her in the head now.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. No one knows that yet.
Is she
The bite
conscious?
does it.
Barely.
She can't walk. She's too weak.
Well, one of us could try to get to the car.
You're gonna turn it over by yourself?
You can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
You have a car? Where? Where is it?
You won't be able to start it.
Yeah, I know. But where is it?
This slinky no world.
I think you found a snake.
Looks like intestines, I think.
Good Lord.
Being monitored closely by scientists at all the radiation detection stations. At this hour, they report the level of the mysterious radiation continues to increase steadily. So long as this situation remains, government spokesmen warn that dead bodies will continue to be transformed into the flesh-eating ghouls. All persons who die during this crisis, from whatever cause, will come back to life to seek human victims unless their bodies are first disposed of by cremation. Our news cameras have just returned from covering such a search and destroy operation against the ghouls, this one conducted by Sheriff Conan McClellan in Butler County, Pennsylvania. So now let's go to that film report. All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls. The Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has
Redneck
disclosed
militia.
that a ghoul can be killed by a shot in the head or a heavy blow to the skull. Officials are quoted as explaining that since the brain of a ghoul has been activated by the radiation, the plan is kill the brain and you kill the ghoul.
What do you think from the supply wagon, Gus?
No, we're all right. Hey, Cass, put that thing all the way in the fire. We don't want it getting up again. All right, I got you.
Chief McClellan, how's everything going?
Oh, things aren't going too bad. Men are taking it pretty good. You want to get on the other side of the road over there?
Chief, do you think we'll be able to defeat these things?
Well, we killed 19 of them today right in this area. Those last 3 we caught trying to claw their way into an abandoned shed. They must have thought somebody was in there. There wasn't, though. We heard them making all kind of noise. We came over and beat them off, blasted them down.
Can I see you here?
Yeah, okay.
Chief, if I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot them in the head. That's a sure way to kill them. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat them or burn them. They go up pretty easy.
Well, Chief McClellan, how long do you think it will take you until you get the situation under control?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Are they slow moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Well, in time, would you say you ought to be able to wrap this up in 24 hours?
Well, we don't really know. We know we'll be into it most of the night, probably into the early morning. We're working our way toward Willard, and we'll team up with the National Guard over there, and then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan. This is Bill Cardell, WIC TV 11 News.
Another thing about Bill Cardell, this guy right here is an actual local area reporter. They actually hired him. They hired him from the local affiliate to come and act in the movie. That was pretty cool.
Thank you, Bill, for that report. Official spokesman declined to speculate just how long it may take to kill off all the flesh eaters, so long as the heavy rain.
Well, that was only a matter of time, guys. Come on, don't freak out on me.
Yep.
Is the fuse box in the cellar?
I don't know. I
wasn't looking when I was down there for like 3 days.
Isn't the fuse?
Wow.
The power lines are down. Helen, I have to get that gun.
Haven't you had enough?
What? 2 people are dead already on account of that guy. Take a look out that window, kid.
Super rock technology. Oh my God, he's got a club.
Oh,
it's over.
Graduated tool user again.
Just laugh.
You gave him time.
Make a decision, bro.
Come on!
Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to stay up here now? Helen, get the cellar. Get the cellar now. Move!
Yeah, good plan. Get in the cellar with your daughter, who is bitten by a zombie. Good plan.
Shoot him. Shoot him. Do it. No, in the head. What are you doing? Oh, man.
Let's see. Death by zombies or go to with husband?
I haven't been touched by a man in years. This is secretly great.
I don't know, the way she was talking with the dude earlier, just said, "Oh, I don't know. It's so far away. Why do we worry about it?" Look, there's an axe right there. No one used that. Make sure not to use that on anything.
Nope, don't do that.
Again, she's still useless. Try sitting down.
All right. Da, 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 da. Super Barbara.
Daddy tastes yummy. Get the axe. Get the axe.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. She emotionally can't handle this.
Yep.
A trowel. Okay, we've graduated to iron tools now.
I think she's supposed to have like hurt her neck or caught her hair or something when she fell. All right, so quick pause. All right, so in case you're wondering, when this movie was made, the little girl actually never is stabbing this woman.
No.
And what I mean is that she's never filmed doing it.
No.
So in order to protect the sanity of the little girl, the zombie, when she was stabbing, they had her stabbing like a bag of dirt, and they just told her she was digging.
Which is fine. You know, that's actually good. She was 9 to 11 years old tops.
Right. And
So
this is pre any zombie movies or anything like that going on.
Exactly. You don't want to have that memory in her head of her even fake stabbing a woman.
Right.
You know, you don't want that. So they didn't do it. So they did a pretty good job of cutting back and forth. So you instinctually believe that she's actually doing it. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it works out really well. I thought that was smart and like sensitive and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, OG's still back.
Oh, the cemetery man's back. He didn't die all the way.
Nope.
Hey, it's Johnny! You ate all my candy.
Barbara.
Now you're my candy.
Creepy.
I want my apology.
There's the chick. Don't get bit. Don't get bit.
Yeah, she weighs like 60 pounds. Let's throw her around. There you go.
Then you got the shot. I would have shotgun the FaceTime. Don't give her an in.
House party.
Yep. What? Now they all start wondering to where there's noise. So at this point, no one is alive except our hero.
Yeah, this is the part where a more modern construction, the floor might give way.
Yeah.
There's way too many people in one room.
Way too many zombies in one room.
Yeah. Too much weight on that floor. But this is, like I was saying before, 1910, 1920 construction. It's solid. Whoa, easy, killer. Yep, gotta take care of her.
Yep.
There it is.
There it is. And that's that. He didn't want to shoot her. He wanted to shoot the husband.
Yeah, and he did. He got that at least.
That's true. There's some justice in the world.
Dude, if they come out that door, you're done.
Pretty much.
Oh, they lost the scent. Oh, the birds chirping, sun shining, everything's fine. Well, okay,
day.
overcast, shining, everything's fine. Personally, I would land behind the frontline people, but you do you.
Yeah. You want to make sure you don't do that.
Plus, if it's your fault someone walks into propeller blades, you're gonna feel bad about it.
It looks bad on your pilot record, I heard.
Yeah. The FAA is gonna have words.
Hey, Vince, Al, you want to get about 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs? There's a house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out. You go here, Bill.
Yeah, Chief, we're going to stay with it till we meet up with the National Guard.
Where'd you get the coffee?
One of the volunteers, you're doing all the work, you take it.
Thank you. We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4 more hours. We'll probably get into Willard then. I guess you can go over there and meet the National Guard. Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come with me?
Tell Bill check in the office, see what's happening. All right, Steve. Tell him we're going to stay with it, and everything appears to be under control.
There is no cause for alarm.
He made it to the morning.
Good job, Ben. Except everyone under his care died, so he's got to be hauling that weight around.
Yeah.
They need you down there by the barn. Some of these guys can follow the wagon down. I only need a few men to check out the house.
Now, the guy playing the sheriff is also the film's production manager.
Yeah, sure looks like it, Tom.
See, this is the gut-wrenching part of the movie. Just hits me in the feels.
All those poor zombies just makes Heathendog so sad.
Yeah, that's it.
And the dead can't use guns.
Nope.
He's the dead one. Get up here.
You can see the chair that's all burned out.
You want to get out in that field and build me a bonfire? You drag that out of here and throw it on the fire. Nothing down here. All right, go ahead down and give him a hand. Let's go check out the house. There's something there. I heard a noise. All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes.
And there it is.
Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
It's just
All right.
messed up.
It is. Now in this is pretty funny, but Jones, the guy who plays Ben, actually fought for Ben to die. In the original script, Ben lived. But he thought it was but Jones thought that his character's death would be more
impactful,
visceral. If it happened right when everyone thought he was supposed to be saved.
Yep.
It's actually the same idea that if you're acting in a movie or a TV show, and if you cry, the audience will watch you cry. But if you fight back tears, the audience will cry for you. So you are tricking them into eliciting a response that you want. And that's exactly what Dwayne Jones wanted in this. He wanted the viewers to go, "What the hell?"
Yep, and that is the exact reaction.
There. He was at the finish line. And they shot him in the head. What the hell?
Yeah. These guys were not in an ask questions frame of mind.
No. Which I get. Fog of war type thing. These things happen.
Also, imagine these guys have been in a high-stress situation for 24 hours. All night they've been up shooting zombies in the head.
Yeah, no sleep, no rest. Well, rest, but in short spurts.
Yeah, they've had coffee and cigars. That's all they've had.
Yeah. So I get it.
It's his fault they all died. That's true.
Back off of those things.
It's Ben's fault they all died. Elle says they went in the basement. They could have all lived except the girl. Or
that's the rub.
The girl would have zombed out and killed them.
Yes, the girl would have zombified out and took out at least one. The only one who could feasibly kill a little girl was Ben.
Yep. Well, also imagine this. If they had stayed divided, the jerks had stayed in the basement, The girl would have zombied out. They had no weapons. She would have killed them. They would have got back up and broken out the door and got Ben and Barbara upstairs.
Well, I don't think that little girl could have unbraced the door.
No. She would have got the adults who then would have got up.
Oh.
And that would have been a problem.
So that is it.
And they don't get any info if they're in the basement how to kill the zombies. They don't know what's going to be going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't know. So the what's his nuts, the asshole Cooper and his wife would have died from their kid.
Yep. The only way that they ever could have lived is if that girl didn't wear a jacket.
That is one of the ways that they could. Another one would have been
driving close to the pump.
Yeah, if Ben didn't put the flaming torch right next to the hole for the gas tank in the truck, that would have been a good one too. If Asshat didn't start pumping before he got it actually in there.
Yeah, so really it's looking
there
like
was a whole lot of points of failure.
Basically, a lot of points of failure at Asshat mainly.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, they did not make a proper risk assessment and risk mitigation plan.
No.
That's what happened.
No, Tom was not the brightest light.
No, not the brightest light in the constellation. But let's look at Judith Ridley and see what else she's been in. She only had 7 roles. Night of the Living Dead. There's Always Vanilla, and then Night of the Day of the Dawn of the Son of the Bride of the whatever. And then all of it except for There's Always Vanilla is a remake or a documentary
homage or something to Night of the Living Dead
about this movie, and that's it. So apparently she was pretty, and she didn't really want to act, but she said okay because it was a novelty thing. And all right, whatever.
And most of the stuff is like. It's like 68, 71, then all in the 90s. So she's older. She's like, what the heck? You're willing to pay me? Sure.
Yeah. I'll go and talk about it. That's basically what she did. She just went on a whole bunch of other movies and talked about it.
Yeah. She wasn't a great actress.
No, she wasn't great, but she didn't suck.
She wasn't
great.
No.
Yeah. Clearly no natural 20s were rolled. That's fair. That's fair. Well, no, not by people. I think a couple of nat 20s were rolled by zombies.
That headshot at the end was a nat 20.
That's true. Caffeinated hick boy got a 20 with the headshot.
Just right between the eyes.
Yep.
Off they went.
There it is. So yes, that is Night of the Living Dead. I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you want to see the others, because there are trivia things we said today that we didn't say last year or the year before. And stuff we said last year before that we didn't say today. So, check it out. If you want to rewatch it, check out some of the older stuff. It's on Twitch and YouTube, I think. So it should be fun. And we will see you. What is today? Today is Tuesday. We'll see you Thursday back here on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, check out our Twitch channel. We'll be playing on Twitch. We'll be playing Stellaris. And then on Saturday, we'll be playing some Barony, and then on Sunday I will finally get to my Palladium Wormwood World Book review, and Max Liao will be talking about Forbidden Lands magic, how it works, what it is, and how to do it and not die. That'd be awesome. So check out all that this week, and I hope everyone had a great Halloween. Garthon, you have anything to say to the nice folk out there?
No, everyone have a happy Halloween. Have a good night. Thanks for joining us.
All right, and remember everyone, be a Legionnaire.